Call of Duty is a franchise that has defined modern first person shooters for almost 2 decades, a series that has set the standard for multiplayer experiences, cinematic single player campaigns, and iconic characters that have left a lasting mark on gaming culture. From the early days of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare revolutionizing online shooters, to the Black Ops series crafting engaging narratives and secret laden campaigns, this franchise has consistently delivered experiences that millions of players across the world could sink hundreds of hours into. Yet, despite its legacy, there's no denying that in recent years, Call of Duty has faced challenges. Player fatigue, controversies over monetization, stiff competition from free to play battle royales like Apex Legends and Fortnite, and even internal franchise burnout have all contributed to a perception that the series isn't the unstoppable force it once was. But here's the good news: Call of Duty has all the tools to thrive again. It has the history, the talent, and the passionate community ready to embrace it. The question now is how the franchise can reclaim its dominance and evolve in ways that feel fresh, exciting, and meaningful for both veteran players and newcomers alike. The first and perhaps most critical area where Call of Duty can regain its momentum is its single player campaign. For many players, the campaign was the first introduction to the franchise, offering cinematic storytelling, immersive worlds, and memorable characters that left an indelible impact on gaming culture. Modern Warfare and Black Ops proved that a strong narrative can elevate a shooter beyond just mechanics and multiplayer battles. Unfortunately, in recent installments, some campaigns have felt rushed or overly focused on multiplayer tie ins rather than providing a fully realized story experience. To truly thrive again, future Call of Duty games should prioritize narratives that are not only cinematic, but also emotionally resonate with characters that players care about, stakes that feel real, and moments that are genuinely memorable. By investing in storytelling alongside gameplay innovation, the franchise can attract players who might be hesitant to dive into multiplayer right away, creating a strong foundation that benefits every aspect of the game. Equally important is the multiplayer experience, which remains the beating heart of the franchise. Multiplayer is what made Call of Duty a household name, but in recent years, some players have criticized the modes for feeling repetitive or overly familiar. To revitalize the multiplayer scene, the franchise needs to introduce meaningful innovation. This doesn't necessarily mean reinventing the wheel, but it does mean experimenting with fresh game modes, more varied map designs, smarter matchmaking, and ways to appeal to both competitive and casual audiences. Smaller, fast paced modes that emphasize strategy and skill can appeal to core players, while large scale chaotic modes can attract players looking for big explosive battles. Call of Duty has always thrived when it balances accessibility with depth and giving players a sense of discovery, whether through new mechanics, dynamic environments, or creative map layouts, will be essential in keeping the multiplayer experience exciting and engaging for years to come. Another critical factor in the franchise's success is progression and monetization. Over the years, Call of Duty has experimented with different approaches to battle passes, cosmetic unlocks, and in game purchases, and the reception has been mixed. Players love customization and the ability to personalize their loadouts and characters, but nobody wants to feel forced into spending money to stay competitive. Striking the right balance is essential. Future titles should focus on progression systems that reward skill and dedication, offering meaningful rewards that make players feel accomplished rather than frustrated. Streamlined battle passes, frequent cosmetic updates, and seasonal content that feels substantial rather than filler could give players reasons to log in consistently without undermining the core gameplay experience. By creating a sense of accomplishment that earned and not bought, Call of Duty can foster a loyal, engaged player base that feels invested in the game over the long term. Battle Royale is another area where Call of Duty has enormous untapped potential. Warzone showed that the franchise can compete in a massive free to play Battle Royale arena, and it still has the power to expand in ways that differentiate it from competitors. A more polished, stable, and evolving Battle Royale experience that introduces unique modes, in game events, and collaborations could make Call of Duty synonymous with live service gameplay. Special events, limited time modes, and seasonal storylines could transform Warzone into more than just a map to drop into. It could become a living, breathing world that players look forward to experiencing regularly. By leaning into the live service model thoughtfully, Call of Duty could tap into a continuous cycle of engagement that keeps players returning month after month, season after season, without feeling repetitive or predatory. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the franchise needs to prioritize community engagement and transparency. Call of Duty has always thrived when its developers listen to players, address bugs quickly, and communicate openly about updates, changes, and future plans. This level of transparency builds trust and fosters a strong sense of community, which is critical for long term success. Whether it's developer streams, detailed patch notes, or actively responding to player feedback, maintaining an ongoing dialogue with the community ensures that players feel heard and valued. The relationship between developers and the fan base can make or break a franchise, and by committing to genuine engagement, Call of Duty can rebuild goodwill, loyalty, and excitement in a way that resonates far beyond just the game itself. In summary, Call of Duty can thrive again by focusing on five key areas: delivering cinematic, emotionally engaging campaigns, innovating multiplayer modes to keep players engaged, modernizing progression and monetization systems, expanding the Battle Royale experience with dynamic events and seasonal content, and building strong community engagement through transparency and communication. The franchise has a rich history as unparalleled player base and the resources to evolve and innovate in meaningful ways. With thoughtful execution, Call of Duty can not only recapture the magic that made it legendary, but also set new standards for the next generation of shooters. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more deep dives into gaming franchises and how they can improve, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think Call of Duty can rise to the top again? Let me know, and as always, game on.